Hello Virgo, welcome back to the Lucky Tarot. This is your December 15 until the 30th general love reading. As I was shuffling your cards, Virgo, I have this feeling wherein you guys want to sort your life together, your relationships. A lot of introspection on your end, listening to your intuition. Like I mentioned, sorting out relationships that are not good for you versus the ones that are actually healthy for you. So you have this very focused energy coming in this period of December, and you're just being wise on where you're going to spend your energy. Sometimes that could be a good thing if you're too focused, but don't overthink it, Virgo. If anything, just let the people around you show who they really are, and that can help you guide who you're supposed to spend your energy versus the ones that you shouldn't pay attention to. Okay, so we're back with another general reading. This is not going to be for all Virgos, so please take whatever resonates. This is for Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising, period of December 15 until the 30th. Okay, so if you wish to request for a private reading, Virgo, my information is down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, liking and sharing, and of course subscribing to my channel. Happy holidays to all my viewers. Spirit, angels, and universe, what are your messages for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the period of December 15 until the 30th? Allow us to see only a reflection of the truth. We have Queen of Wands in reverse. Could be a fire sign that you're dealing with here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, very strong fire. Yeah, so we have Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, and then Eight of Wands. Let me see here. Yeah, like I mentioned, you're sorting your relationships. You have this very strong will and motivation to conquer yourself, conquer your decisions, make better decisions. All right, I feel like a lot of you guys, you've been suppressed. Queen of Wands in reverse, this could be your energy. You're aligning to the energy of Queen of Wands. For a time being, you've been scattered. You've been giving yourself towards different areas in your life, could be different relationships, and you've spread yourselves too thin. I feel like because of that, too much has been given away. Now you have a lot of introspection that has happened. Perhaps you have stayed away from toxic relationships. You have cut communication from people that are in and out of your life. And you finally realize your worth more than anything, Virgo. And that is good. You're being wise about this. Therefore, parts of you have gained a clear vision of where you're going, and you're going with the flow where it takes you. But for some of my Virgo here, I have a feeling wherein you might still be kind of like resisting what you already know about a specific person or a specific relationship. You haven't fully closed the chapter yet. You're still hoping for some form of a reaction from someone. It could be you're trying to spark a new form of intimacy, a new form of, it's like you want to reinvent the connection with a particular person, but they're very, very difficult to convince, to persuade. Queen of Wands in reverse, someone is a bit of overbearing, too much to handle. This particular queen, if you're dealing with a fire sign, I feel like their energies is also scattered everywhere, doing a lot of things that they most of the time lack focus on what really matters. And it's creating a lot of gap between the two of you. If a gap doesn't exist yet, I feel like the gap is going to get bigger and more apparent the coming days or weeks to come. However, if you are successful, Virgo, in reinventing the relationship towards a more beautiful direction, a more exciting and passionate direction, I feel like you are going to get the success that you've been waiting for. Eight of Wands suggests flow, energy, and movement. It's a very, very, very fast movement. So I feel like you've been wanting to manifest a new direction towards a particular person you love, right? But they're making it hard for you to do so. So it seems like you're the only one putting the effort in. And you want to speed things up, right? Eight of Wands. But be very careful, because speeding things too much, if the other person is not ready, is a clear red flag. And you're going to get disappointed one way or another, because you will feel first and foremost burdened by doing all the effort in, while the other person seems to be, not really doing anything, not doing much to reciprocate how you feel or all the efforts that you've been doing. And that's going to catch up on you. You're going to start to feel like you're the only one who cares. You're the only one who sees the potential in this relationship, while the other person just doesn't seem to care. We have the Queen of Wands. Or it could be that you're dealing with someone who lacks the focus on you, and therefore the passion seems to be dying down. But you're thinking of traveling, you're thinking of reinventing the relationship, like I mentioned. And it may need a bit more time to convince the other person. It could mean that you could have been in this relationship for far too long, a long-term relationship. And you know how sometimes people get so comfortable with each other that the part of excitement and the unpredictability can strike a chemistry between you and your partner. So there's a little bit of trouble in there. And I feel like if you only get outside the box, and you and your partner perhaps need to throw on some form of a small vacation, or allow something new to come in, an activity perhaps that you both can share. I feel like that can strike a huge transformation, a leap of faith that this can actually work, that this is something that you can work on with your partner. But for some of you who are single and you've been rejected by a particular fire sign, I feel like there's a beginning that's going to happen, someone new coming in, and it's going to be fast, a really fast relationship that's going to bloom, that's going to bud, and it's something that you least expect. It's something that you didn't foresee, but it's going to happen, and you kind of find yourself shocked by all of these events transpiring out of the blue. You know what I mean? So I feel like you do have a lot of doubts, Virgo, because I mentioned you've been through a lot and you're trying to sort out your relationship. So if this is something unexpected and clearly something you're not trying to manifest, I feel like you're going to resist this a bit, but deep down you're also a bit excited about it. Like you want to see where it goes. But you still have a lot of apprehensions towards it, because I think that you learned your lesson from the past, that if you speed things up, it could just lead to disappointment and you're just going to end up hurting yourself. So you resisting over it isn't really a bad thing, but you're just looking out for yourself. Again, Ace is just a seed. So if this is a new person coming in, you want to take your time getting to know someone. It's up to you how you're going to nourish this new relationship. If you think that it's wise to slow things down, but not really kill the excitement, then go for it by all means, nourish the relationship, nurture it, and make sure that the foundation is right this time around. Okay? And more than anything, I feel like you are growing, Virgo. You learned a lot from dealing with people who have suppressed your voice in relationships. And I feel like because you are very loving, very caring, you have a tendency wherein you're quite a submissive person. It's two things with you, Virgo. It's either you're submissive or you totally just keep silent and turn the cold shoulder over someone. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. And again, depending on the situation where you're in. But if you feel like for a long time nothing is changing, but new love wants to come in, it may be a good decision for you to try and open up, see where it goes, but also use your experience to be some form of a guidance, to not repeat the same pattern over and over again, and hopefully get a better result in terms of your dating life. All right? If this is a current relationship you're in, then I feel like you guys are reinventing the relationship, having a lot of planning, because wands are all about planning, going out a lot, planning activities to strengthen the bond, and that is beautiful. But as long as the other person seems to be unbearable to be with and still insisting on one way of doing things, because this is the Queen of Wands, she wants to be in control. So if you find yourself in that situation, then I guess don't get ahead of yourself. Like, use this opportunity to not just keep planning on activities, but rather engage with your partner. Get to really know the person you're dealing with, and observe why this is happening in the relationship, and what you can do different to convince your partner. Because you can't just be the only one adjusting to the relationship. This takes two to make it work. Ace is just the beginning. If you want the two of you to come together, that's called a union, and that's where we can see two. But since this is the ace, the two of you need to put the work in. Nurture the relationship. Just like a flower, you need to water it. It's just the right timing. Rushing it might not be a good thing. So before you can even grow, you need to get to the bottom of the situation, the root or the cause of the problem, why someone is like this in the connection. Kind of disconnect, right? Very, very difficult to be with, and can be a bit overbearing, scattered maybe. Scattered energy, lacking focus. So use your intuition very, very well, Virgo. We have a Devil card right there. Could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with. Another earth sign such as yourself. It could have been a codependent relationship. And someone here in this connection wants to force the situation. Or could even be abuse. Because, the Devil speaks about entrapment, addictions, anything that's not serving our highest good. So with the Devil here and the Queen of Wands, I feel like someone has gotten so used to, I apologize for the noise, it's my computer. I feel like someone has gotten so used to defend what they believe in, their ways of doing things. Could be addictions, drinking, multiple partners. You could be dealing with a player as well, and they're used to defending their ways and their patterns, right? You, on the other hand, you have gotten so used to just being silent, accepting the situation, but now you're being called for to revolt. You're being called to realize your worth and let go of things and relationships that are not good for you. Obviously, this is the Devil card. I feel like you've given too much of yourself here, that it's gotten way out of proportion. It's not what's healthy for you. It's not something that is gonna make you feel the love that you're yearning for, the desire that you've been yearning for. If anything, maybe it's lust, because a lot of fire in this reading. Could be physical attraction, the benefits that you get from each other, but it's clearly imbalanced because nothing sincere, authentic, and genuine is growing from this relationship. Like a fire soothe, fire is very powerful, magnetic, but it doesn't really last so long compared to that of the Pentacles, where it's an earth element, something firm, something tangible that you can actually rely on. This is more of fire energy, so very, very fast, but doesn't really last for so long. So like I mentioned, Virgo, please use your intuition very, very well. If you feel like you want this new beginning with someone, but it's heading towards a fast direction, and it's beginning to feel too much of the connection is starting to feel like a codependent, clingy type of relationship, just be aware of the tendencies that you are creating with your partner. It's not healthy, okay? It's not healthy. I'm a firm believer that things take time. Trust, love, loyalty takes time, all of that. So rushing into it might not be the best solution or approach. You might just end up hurting yourself, all right? Hurting each other. Be it physical hurt, emotional hurt, spiritual hurt, name it. It's there. It's bound to happen. So Ace of Wands is, again, a sign that says it's up to you how you're going to nurture this relationship, how you're going to mold it, because what your thoughts are, what your intentions are, it's going to shape the reality and the dynamics that the two of you have. So you don't want to to make it like the devil energy, a codependent toxic entrapment in your life. Or it could mean that you're ending a relationship with someone and you're about to start a relationship with someone new who's coming in fast, okay? But you're also still caught up with your affections towards someone from the past. Could be a Queen of Wands, again, a fire sign. And even though you feel passionate about someone new and desiring a new love to come in, as long as you're still carrying that attachment with the devil card, it's just going to pull you closer and closer. And you end up sabotaging this new relationship with someone new. So be careful about that. Please note that your worth is not amounting to someone who's toxic for you. You should be able to feel the happiness and the freedom to live your life without anyone, tying you up, without this kind of toxic relationship present in your life. In reality, sorry for that, I'm lost with words. In reality, Virgo, you can just say no to this devil energy. Claim your power back. Decline any offer from this person who's still trying to disturb your peace or your progress with someone new. So I do see a lot of storyline here, so just take whatever resonates, guys, okay? I feel like really someone is still coming back around and trying to disturb you, and you're tempted to pay attention to this person, but they're still the same person, same toxic relationship. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, so if you juggle two people, which I hope you're not, stay away from the person from the past, because Ten of Pentacles, I feel like there's going to be a lot of argument that can come out of that. Or if you already have someone new, stay focused on that. There are exciting things ahead for you and your new partner, because I think that this person from the past coming back around is just going to start some form of argument. It's just going to try to bring back old issues, past issues, and you're going to be disappointed if you give this person another chance and the same kind of scenario plays back over and over. Same problems, same issues, and it will be a waste if you could have just paid attention to this person, someone new. A new love that's being handed to you by the universe. King of Wands. So King and Queen are here. I feel like this is more of the person from the past, or someone new, since this is not your element. I feel like you are torn, Virgo, between two people. Part of you is missing the past because you've had a long-term relationship with someone who you're still very, very much attracted to, right? But they're not good for you. They're toxic for you. More than anything, there has been a lot of arguments. You two, even though you fit the bill, there are certain things that you're attracted towards each other, like the Queen of Rods and King of Rods. But more than anything, this codependent relationship turned out to be really bad. It was beautiful in the beginning, right? But there are issues that you seem to be always clashing about, not seeing eye to eye with, even though you guys could have been a perfect fit. So it means that the person you're dealing with, whoever is dealing with some form of sabotaging tendencies here, they need to be able to fix themselves up. They need to get rid of all the baggage and resentment they have over the past. They need to reinvent themselves and heal themselves from all of that before the two of you can come together. And it's best that you take it slow. Don't speed things. Healing takes time. Again, I keep repeating it. Everything takes time. If you want the outcome different this time around, be sure not to do things the same as you've always been. Maybe you've been used to forgiving this person over and over, and they just come and go into your life that fast, that quick. And because of that, you've lost your power. You've lost your confidence and your willpower to choose unhealthy decisions. So cut that kind of pattern you do over and over again. And if you don't wish to go back to the same person, I feel like someone new is going to come in. It's going to happen fast and quick. So learn from this. Learn from this relationship that has taught you a lot about attachment, unhealthy attachments more than anything. Addictions maybe. So Five of Wands. Yeah, indeed. I think that the advice here is to, don't give your energy to all of these petty arguments. Someone is just trying to start a fight here, someone from the past. Don't pay attention to that. Find peace with yourself. Find peace starting a new chapter in your life. Five of Wands, you're just going to scatter your energy everywhere. Nothing productive is going to come out of that. Like, all the wands are in different places right now. As compared to if you move in a different direction, it's just going to flow in one direction and you're going to get towards your goal. So right now, I see that you're struggling to get away from a past energy that's tempting for you to react. Alright? But that's exactly what the devil wants. It wants your attention. So the moment you stop giving attention to that, the more things are going to be sorted out for you. And this person will stop bugging you, stop disturbing your peace. Alright? Let's see the outcome for this. The Emperor in reverse. Like I mentioned, you're sorting your life all together. So you can't sort your life if you're still attached to the person from the past who's very, very toxic, who's entrapping you with all of that negative energy. So you need to get rid of that. The Emperor calls for discipline. Alright? It's mapping your life out together, claiming your power back by sorting out your life. Which relationships are good for you and which ones are toxic. And when you start sorting that out, that's the only time you can start focusing on what really matters most in your life. You know, that's where you can start sorting out the chaos so that you can have clarity, focus, and a change in direction, most especially. So you're going to get that stability soon enough, but you also need to still address the problem on hand, and that is the attachment from someone who is clearly very toxic and not healthy for you at the moment. So that is your reading, my dear Virgo. Please meditate on this, like and share the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.